What it do, chat? What it do? Also, this is way too quiet, isn't it? There we go. What it do, boys? What it do? Let everyone know we in this thing. Oh man, what's up, Dante? Public? Ariel? What am I doing, man? We're gonna wait for everybody to get in here before we start doing anything crazy. Chat, I just want to let y'all know I got some food on the way, like right now. So I'm about to have to leave probably in like a bit. And whenever I do, you know, I'll be back in just a second. But it was a crazy time last night, bro. We threw a Christmas party at my house, did some drinking and stuff, and even right now, like a little bit woozy. A little bit woozy, you know. I'm not fully recovered, but but I'm all right. What's up, Asian? Marvin, how's it going, man? Golden Phoenix, thanks so much for the 36 months, man. Dude, that's crazy. Good lord. 3 years, bro. 3 years. Kind of busy on ZZZ. Hope you have a good day. Dude, I haven't played ZZZ since it came out. That's crazy, bro. Hopefully you're doing all right on that game, though. You got Jay on global first try. Nice, dude. Huge dub. Huge freaking dub. All right. But chat, today I was looking over everything, man. And you got him first Alk try. Nice. ZZZ, Zenless Zone Zero. It's a gotcha game. I was looking over everything, man, and I was like, dude, what do I want to do first? Because, like, I could try to get another Holy Knight Fenrir, which definitely wouldn't be bad. But I feel like the drop rates on this is probably extremely low. Because I don't even know if I have mine maxed out. Mine may not even be maxed out, actually, chat. Let me check. And the thing is that event ends the soonest out of everything. So, where's that? Oh, never mind. It is maxed out. So yeah, I mean, I could get another one because I don't have 2 Keratoses. I only have 1. So if I got another Holy Knight Fenrir, then that kind of solves that issue to an extent. Because these are effectively the same item. Not entirely, but a little bit. There's a bit of a difference because this, for some reason, gives you like a second or two of like like status immunity. And I don't think Holy Knight Fenrir has that kind of effect after you like pop it. It's like a weird thing. I'm pretty sure it's like a coding thing. It's like a code glitch or something. But yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll want to try a farm for another one of these because in Summoner's Road, it comes in handy having like multiple cleanse items, like 3 or 4, or not even 3 or 4, but like 2 to 3 Keratoses. So if you have like 1 Keratos and like 2 Holy Knight Fenrirs, you're kind of good. But yeah. Should I do the Shadow step up? There's a step up right now for Shadow. Oh, are you talking about this? I'd probably do it if you don't have beta. Got J first try. Fortunately, was Rainbow Touch without Karak or Lightning. But yeah, hey, nice, dude. I'm cooked. Next couple of summons got beta and 2 Js, both first summons. That's pretty lit, man. I have every unit from the last 6 months except Hoka. That's tough. Miyabi? I don't even know who that is on ZZZ. I don't know a single character's name in ZZZ. Apart from, is it Billy? Because Billy the Kid, he's like one of the main characters that you see in the very beginning. It's like part of the main cast. But yeah, I don't know, chat. What y'all thinking? Should we do the Christmas event first, or should we do the J event, or what? I'm kind of down to do whatever, because the thing is that if we don't farm the Christmas event today, I don't think I'm going to be farming the Christmas event on next week, because it is Christmas week, and I probably won't be streaming next week since Christmas unfortunately falls on Wednesday, so we'll probably be skipping streams next week. Christmas first. That's what I'm thinking. Is getting beta from the crossover tickets rare? Yeah, I would say getting any crossover unit from the tickets are pretty rare because you're using like unfeatured, or not unfeatured, but like non 5-star rates or not guaranteed 5-star rates. My bad. I went all in for Jay. Love the character. Suspend all. Oof, man. I mean, I don't know. You say you cook, but man, if you get a character you really like, I think it doesn't matter. Like I remember, this is a story that I have for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omni. Whenever that was the game. There was a character that came out named Waka. Everybody said how bad Waka was, and there was like, there's no reason you should pity him. But I was like, I'm gonna pity this guy because I freaking love Waka. I think Waka is so freaking cool. So I got Waka, and I used Waka for like the next 4 months in that game, and I cleared so much content, and people were talking about how bad he was, but I cleared it so easily because of what that character could do, and it was just so much fun to use him. So I'd say always, you know, just kind of like use whatever it is. Also, chat, I didn't make this a video yet, but I am going to make a video like how I did with Kill la Kill, talking about everything you should do before Kill la Kill or before Shadow leaves. And it's going to be for Shadow this time. Last time it was for Kill la Kill. But this holiday equip summon, I was debating talking about this for a second in that video because this item right here is kind of dumb for nuking. 150% damage up, or arts damage up specifically, is kind of, it's literally Charlotte's True Art, but on an equip. Like, that's kind of stupid. And then everything else is okay. Like, this is pretty good too. Increase arts damage by 100%. If you're not in a status, you get 50%. Oh wait, no, that's what I just read. What am I talking about? This is okay. Gives you cleanse plus heal. It's all right. There's another item somewhere in here too. This one, yeah. Loving Snow Princess. Reduce all allies damage and you increase freeze res. This is actually pretty freaking strong. It's the same thing as Sistina's Wavy Frill, but it's for physical damage. And then this is the only equip I was like, damn, I wish this was a bit better. It just gives you stats and damage, which is okay, but like, I kind of want a bit more. Saitama goes nuts with that equip. Yeah, dude, I bet. Because like, technically people be like, oh, well, you don't need this equip because you have Momon's Sword. Momon's Sword does that. Momon's Sword gives you 150%. Problem with Momon's Sword though is that this only does it for super arts and you have to be a dark unit, right? So it's really not all that. And I'm very, I don't know, like, is there anything else in this like batch that I would possibly want apart from the Holy Knight Sword Charlotte? Because that is one. And then of course the defense item that we read, that one was really good too. But I don't think there's any other like Santa or snow thing that I would want in this. I doubt, at least. And the only problem I have with it is that everything's at like the same rate. So the chance of you getting like the brand new Charlotte item is so low, man. So I don't know. Not for sure. Because I kind of want to, but because I'm trying on this banner right now, chat. I tried like 3 multis on this because I really want Alpha's sword, but I'm just not getting lucky with it. Mid with equips, but late game. Yeah, it's kind of like that. There's some type of dynamic you usually have. I'm going to do one on this and see if we can walk over the Charlotte equip, because that would be like best case scenario. The thing is that technically we only got one. I was gonna say we should get quite a few 5 stars, but you would think at least. I'm gonna skip and increase our allies' arc age, increase our allies' magic damage. I wonder, this actually may be good. Hold on, we might be cooking with this. This one actually may be pretty solid as a support item. I didn't even know it was in there. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to like try again for the Charlotte thing, but it's good. Yeah. I feel like at the same time, I'm not really going to be using it like that. I just don't know, Chad. I just don't know. Because it's also the thing too, man. I really want this freaking sword, but it's just not coming to me. But that's the thing, is that I only want that sword, really. And this 4-star physical. I can't get this alpha boot to save my life. And I'm like, dude, why? This thing would be so good if I could get freaking the boots, but I can't. This is also pretty solid as just another way to stack physical res down on something. But if you have like despair, technically you don't have to have this, but yeah. Man, dude, it is something. It is something. I could like save up a few crystals and try to go again on this banner to see if I can get a freaking beta, but I don't think I will. I'm gonna do a multi on that equip banner. If I get any of the equips you want to do, do 3 multis on it. I'm not gonna do 3. I don't even have 3 multis. Do I want to buy? Wait. Yeah, you still want to get those. There's some true weapons that you want to get even if you don't have the unit. Delta's true weapon is one of them. But chat, we're gonna do the Christmas event, and then I'm gonna try to equip some kind of Christmas items on my characters. Hopefully, I probably use gray just for the extra luck and stuff, but. We're going to see if we have any kind of Christmas items. I'm not for sure if I do, like, physical-wise. So, if I don't, then that kind of sucks, but... Yeah, I don't think we do. Wait, really? Do I not have, like, a single Christmas physical item? That's actually kind of crazy if I don't. Yeah, I don't. Wow. That is actually insane. Well, that's fine. I think I have the set. Equip 1. We'll do this on wave 1. There we go. All right, chat. Are you doing the reset summons? Probably not. Maybe for beta, and that would be it. I think this guy's water. I think. I could be completely wrong, though. I think he might be light, too. You guys have to let me know once you get in here. I'm going to put the code in the chat. Did it again and got Delta boots now? Nice. Buckle up, OP. I got Delta sword. What units to be equipped with the Delta's true weapon besides Delta? Well, Delta's true weapon can be used on any physical fire damage dealer. Technically not even just physical, if I'm not mistaken. It's just any fire damage dealer that has a physical slot. Because it gives you just such a huge damage buff that anybody with a physical slot for fire is going to get a huge DPS increase. So if we look at like the main ones, you can think of stuff like Demon Edge Berwick. Sunraku is another one that's really good in that regard. Let me see. Lark, whenever he comes out eventually. You also have BF Mira that's really good with it. You got Velzard that could use it. Mina that just came out on JP. She can use it. Like any single character that is dealing physical or dealing some type of fire damage and they have a physical slot can make use of Delta's true weapon. And they should, because it is dummy broken. What's up, Alex? But yeah, like it's the exact same thing of Irie's true weapon. Irie's true weapon is for wait, Grand Destin actually didn't kill. Oh wait, we don't have a crit on the team. That's why. But Iris True Weapon is for any Earth character that has a physical slot. And that's one of the reasons why War God Finn can hit so freaking hard half the time, is because not only does he have super crits and everything else, he has that True Weapon buffing him to Kingdom Come. So I teamed with someone today in multi and hit like 9999. I reported, but still, lol. Yeah. Hitting for that much damage, and it's not like some type of, I guess, time limited event thing, then it's probably a little bit of a, just a tiny bit of some hacking going on, maybe a little bit of play, a little bit of foul play behind the scenes. But literally, like, it's just so much stuff, dude. I'm actually kind of disappointed though, chat. In the GS update this time around for Christmas, because usually around this time we do get something like what do you call it? We usually do get a roadmap, and we didn't get a roadmap this time around. I have no idea why, because it should be here, but it's not, and you hate to see it. Maybe it's going to be for New Year's. Maybe that's what they're waiting on. Oh, yeah, I didn't even check what typing it was. Was he water? He might actually be water. Seems slow paced. Yeah, it kind of does, which is, oh, he's non-elemental. Okay. But yeah, definitely. It seems, it does seem a bit slow paced right now. And I don't know why, because usually this is where they like really put their foot on the gas and just kind of go crazy. And they pump out like hella content for like the next 2 to 3 months. And then it kind of dies down for like a month or two. And then it kind of ramps up again, but not as much as it did, towards the end of the year. It always ramps up the most at the end of the year. So I'm assuming it's going to be saved for New Year's this time around. I hope so, at least. If it's not, then I'm going to be upset. Also, I'm going to turn the music up just a tiny bit. Remember the headache we had with Kiriko every time he sees her? I actually don't, because I kind of forgot that unit existed. It is till the 9th of January, right? For what? The Christmas event or for Jay? Jay may be till the 9th of January. The Christmas event is only here till like the end of next week. Yeah, she's one of those units that just like felt like she just kind of is there and she just is meant to exist as a plot point, and that's it. Yeah, everything besides Christmas, yeah. It seems like, yeah, that is definitely the case. Which is interesting because it's like, well, are they going to announce something for JP or what's going to happen? So, because on JP right now, Jay and Holy Knight Roy are coming to town for Christmas. So that's what's happening on that. And they're getting freaking mines, bro. They're getting mines again. Like, bro, what? And they're getting a new freaking boss subject. I don't even know what symbol this is. 2, which is wild. We need mines on global, dude. It's been forever since we got mines on global. Global devs overworked. I doubt that. I bet you they're barely in the office half the time, man. Global going to treat us with a slime rerun and unupdated raids for real. Yeah, it's gonna be something, man. I'm gonna actually be upset if we don't get an update to the raids, because I kind of feel like raids and mines need to come back, and I'm gonna keep saying this, dude. Dude, there's so many equips in this event, you don't even see them all down here. But what was I gonna say? I'm gonna be upset if we don't get on more of a schedule for raids and mines in this next year, dude. Like it needs to happen, especially with the fact that like Grand Battle is going to be coming out next year, and Grand Battle is one of those game modes that needs to alternate between like all the other ones with the mines, the raids, and that. I don't want us to get a new game mode like Grand Battle and then not get any kind of like content for it till like 4 or 5 months down the line after its initial release. Like it should be happening in tandem, or not in tandem, but like, you know, on an alternating schedule with the other stuff. Like I think it's still kind of dumb that we don't have like 1 month raids, 1 month mines, 1 month Grand Battle, and kind of like keep a rotation like that or something. Like, you know, the only monthly thing we have that is actually on a set schedule is Dungeon Trials, and then the mono floors, right? But like when it comes to the limited time modes that are also kind of like this monthly thing, we don't have a schedule for that, which is kind of weird. And like JP kind of has more of a concrete schedule. If I'm not mistaken, they alternate. So you'll have like 1 month mines, 1 month raids, and they may have an off month where there's nothing, and then they come back with raids or mines, and then or they come back with like Grand Battle or something like that. So, and Grand Battle, it's kind of crazy to me because they started a whole nother saga on top of the fact they're already in the middle of a saga because of Grand Battle. I thought that was wild. You thought Grand Battle doesn't have a time limit? No, it does. Yeah, Grand Battle's limited time mode. Grand Battle only happens for like I think 2 weeks or so, and then like it's gone. So, which I hate. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I found out it was limited time mode, I was like, we're cooked. We're actually cooked on global. We're so freaking cooked. I was like, we're not seeing that thing ever. We're never gonna see it after its initial debut. Like, it's bad because you better hope you get like some of the best stuff you can, because after its initial debut, it probably won't come back for like another like 6 months. So it's so dumb, man. It's so freaking dumb. What's up, Brian? No, not really. I just want to use luck units and get this thing over with it. One thing I was happy about though was that they brought back the Fire Roy event, so your boy could get some freaking large stamina pots, man. That's another thing JP does really well. They always bring back a rerun event so people can get stamina pots. On global, we don't have that, and I kind of wish we would be on a schedule like that too, where we got at least like 2 rerun events every month on top of like getting the new events. Oh, nice. That's actually really good, Brian. Who do you think deserves a 6-star unit? Any of the older story characters. So like Ash, Norn, even Freed, Malia, like any of them. Reyes. uh-uh. Every 5 days is a rerun with pots. Wait, on JP? Really? Is it actually every 5 days? I thought it was like every week or every like 2 weeks. No, mine's just gonna come back probably around New Year's, I'm gonna assume. That's usually around the time they release it. I just don't understand why they do it like that. Mine should really be here so much more often, man. Like that's one of the things, dude. I feel like they just kind of waste the potential of this game sometimes, and it kind of upsets me a little. I mean, sure, you don't have like some type of crazy AAA platform, right? Like Genshin or Honkai or Weathering Waves and stuff like that. But like, man, you do got something a little special here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a community that definitely freaking loves the game that they play for the most part. They've been playing it and they're very dedicated. I'll say love, but they're very dedicated. And the fact that you kind of just like don't ever do anything with it is a little sad. It's a little sad. It's not the biggest game, but hey, man, you know, it does make you some cash. It do make you cash. You know, a couple, 2-3 million a month between like both versions is definitely not bad. Is this new? Is this actually brand new? That's crazy if it is. I don't know if raids should be permanent. I don't know about that, but they definitely should be monthly or at least every other month. The only reason why they don't do it monthly is because I think that's for the sanity of the raiders, especially top raiders. Yeah. If they did that thing monthly, GG. Their sanity is out the window. Do you think Grand Summer's going to be greedy enough to do a 7 or 8-star unit? I don't think we have to worry about a new rarity for a while. So I don't really think it's greedy whenever companies make a new rarity. I know a lot of people hate that, but like depending on how they handle it, I'm not really too big of a, you know, too much against it. I think GS surprisingly handled it pretty well. They slowly kind of like incorporated them into the meta. Sure, like they were stronger than like other stuff in the beginning, but then like it was always, oh well, there's just so many more awoken characters, so like it's not really that big of a deal. And then since like they went at the rate they did, I feel like it wasn't as much of a rapid change as people kind of like thought it was going to be, and it didn't invalidate all the other characters because the other characters still aren't invalidated because of the game mode, which is known as Summoner's Road. You need a vast amount of units for Summoner's Road, and I would say majority of the community probably can't form teams with just nothing but Ascendant characters for like Summoner's Road, because what, you need 20 units for that, and I think it's very likely that not a lot of people have 20 Ascendant characters, but you have all these Awoken characters, so and you can always use them. I mean, sure, they're not going to be as good, but like, well, they're just not going to be as fast. They're still going to be good. Also, I think, oh no, there it goes. So yeah, I think GS did pretty well with it. I mean, it could have been as bad as like Legends. I feel like Legends implemented it freaking horribly between like their Legends Limited and like the Ultra characters and stuff. And the Zenkai boosts and everything. I used to play Legends all the time, chat. Now I hate that game. I literally can't stand it. Uh-oh, seems like our Mako is loading. Yeah, you don't need all this in the units to do Summoner's Road. I mean, it was made to... You gotta think, whenever Summoner's Road was created, we didn't have a lot of Ascended units in the game, so it was balanced around the Awoken characters that we had. I mean, now, like, even, I would say now, you know, it still is a bit of a challenge, but there's a lot of, like, auto AI comps you can make for Summoner's Road, which I myself need to do that. I need to actually make auto AI comps for Summoner's Road because I don't do them, but if I had an auto AI comp to go through all of it, then I'd be okay. It was a double 4+ Mako. That was something. That was definitely something, but I feel like, how do I want to put it? Okay, so to me, the meta that was Mako and Haruto and stuff like that, I think was cool, but to an extent had so much less variety than what the Ascended era has. I think the Ascended era has so much variety when it comes to the characters because characters just do so much. And there's like so many ways for you to use a certain character. Like there may be a way that you could use a character that you didn't know you could, or like a certain team comp or whatever. I mean, sure, like it's kind of forming where people be like, oh, well, you're going to see Hoka in every team because blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, he's the strongest support unit, but like, you know, it gives a bit more of an opportunity for like other characters to shine, I feel like. In the Awoken era, you had just clear winners and you had clear stinkers. In the Ascended like era, I feel like there's not too many that are just like hands down garbage. I mean, Kokiri may be the only one. I think someone's outside my house. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on, chat. Give me just a second. All right, chat. My bad. But like, yeah, I feel like that the variety that the Senate era brings is really nice. It's a breath of fresh air. And even though that like, yeah, the end game is kind of just when it comes to hard content, you're always using like your Shiros, you're always using your Hokas and stuff like that. There's always gonna be standout characters. But it just feels like that the units that aren't as spectacular just aren't just throwaways, you know. Like it felt like at times, just at times, not all the time, but it felt like at times in the Ascended, not the Ascended, but the Awoken era, especially towards the end of the Awoken era, you had so many units come out that were just like not usable. You know what I mean? Like they just weren't being used. Or it'd be like, oh, this character's used for this niche and only this niche. This character's used for this one stage in this one event for this one time, and you will never use them again. And to me, I don't like characters like that. I don't like designs like that at all. I would rather be able to use this character in multiple different settings and stuff. I don't know, but at the same time too, I feel like GS is kind of becoming this, but not entirely. I forgot the term that people use for this. Are they called like team gotchas or something like that? I know like the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia was one of these where it promotes you to have like as many units, because one of the big things about the game is it wants you to play around with a bunch of different teams and characters and really try to like optimize it. And I know it could be like technically every gotcha, right? But certain gotchas really push for that like variety in teams and stuff a lot more than others. And I feel like GS is kind of like starting to do that too. Because there are times where even the goats aren't, I guess, going to be used because of certain situations. And that's mainly just like the human god and demon killer thing. Can I use the new Garland sword, Starlight, with Star God Lisa's true weapon on Star God to produce 120% skill CT boost? It might. You can test it. I'll just go into the training range, or I said the training range. What is this? Marvel Rivals. Go into the training stage and see if it works. It might work. I think skill CT like equips kind of stack. I don't think that there's like a limit. You think we're gonna get Blast when OPM season 3 comes out? I don't think we're gonna get anything for OPM. I would be down for an Ascended One Punch Man crossover, or like a revamp of One Punch Man himself, but I feel like people would get upset with that if they made a Ascended version of Saitama and they made him like stupid freaking broken or even more of a nuker. I feel like a lot of people would be upset. To me though, I just don't see how you make a better nuker than what regular Saitama is, unless the Ascended one would have like super crits. And then would he just break the game because his damage would be so like astronomical? Like we're gonna start seeing like freaking exponents and all that. Do you guys remember playing? I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but if you guys have ever been in a modded Modern Warfare 2 lobby, you know, like they have the mod where you just get like maxed out XP and it instantly max prestiges you. And like you see like exponents, like this huge ass equation whenever you kill somebody. It's like 8 plus like million E squared, and it's like a bunch of, it's like, what the heck? The game's just breaking on itself. That's a sin of Saitama if it ever releases. Yeah. 100% super crit Saitama be like, for real. 10 billion guaranteed super crit damage travels back in time. Man. I think it would just be wild. Because I just don't see how you release a character like that. And the Sin of Saitama, like, how do you make him even more of a nuker than what he already is? But I think it'd be cool if they ever revamped them and like kind of did another take on them all. I personally Here's the thing, chat. Ever since I saw it and I watched it with my girlfriend, I really want Delicious in Dungeon in this game. I think it would actually fit really well. By not giving himself defense slots. That ain't that the truth, man. Imagine trying to balance the game. You make a unit like that and you're like, I'm gonna balance this game now. We're gonna give Saitama defense. I think they could also make it to where Saitama is like invincible for the first 30 seconds of a quest, and then after it, he just kind of leaves or dies. Kind of like how Gojo does in JJK, where like Gojo's active for 7 turns. I feel like if they had some type of retreat mechanic like that for a unit, it'd be really sick. Like he's just super powerful in the first 30 seconds, but after that, he's gone. Give him serious mode? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I think it'd be cool. And it would be even what would be sick with it is if they made it to where it doesn't count as a unit dying on your team. So in hard content, you could take Saitama into a fight and maybe burst down the boss, and then after 30 seconds, you just have a 3-man comp. But it's not going to count that you lost a unit because he retreated on his own. He didn't die, right? So I think that would be really cool to kind of have that like dynamic. But I feel like that would also make kind of a certain meta in the game that people may not like. So if Opium was to come back, we don't. If it's the same unit and event, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, if they revamp the stuff, it'd be nice. But if they don't like revamp or like remake these characters or make new characters, then there's no reason to bring it back. How do we get them so quickly? Are you talking about how do we get like 4+ and stuff so quickly? It's not quick. It may seem quick, but it's not. It's just you spend the whole day farming Crest, bro. That's pretty much what you do. You just put it on the background. You let the Crest just run and run and run. Chat, just let you know. Do you know what the rate is for 4+? Do you guys know what the rate is for that? I found it out recently. And at times I think it's capping. I think it's lower. I actually do. Let me find the image quick. Here it is. I may save this image because I think I'm going to make this a video. I think I will make this a video soon. You're right, Seth. You're exactly right. It is 1 in 1,000. So this was taking out of 100,000 runs. This is from the Japanese player base. 100,000 runs. I'm not for sure if this was done on a Pro Crest Palace or an Extreme. I'm going to assume it was Pro. You do get, I will say there's better rates depending on which one you're doing. So from what I understand, Pro has some of the lowest rates, of course. Extreme has better rates than Pro. And then Nova apparently has the same rate as Pro or something like that, from what I've heard, from what people have told me. Of course, there's not like math on that yet, or there might be somewhere, but out of this 100,000 runs, they got 92 4 pluses, which technically is a bit lower than 1 in 1,000 runs. But in reality, a lot of people say it's 1 in 1,000 runs to get a singular 4 plus. So if you ever wonder how rare is it, 1 in 1,000. If you ever get an exclusive Crest, chat, an exclusive Crest, and it's a 4 plus, well, ladies and gentlemen, you hit the lottery, because that is a 1 in 30,000 chance. And if you don't know what I mean by that, an exclusive 4 plus, I mean this right here, where it is from a specific Crest Palace, and it is a unique effect, like Survival Instinct. I can't believe I got this on freaking Delta to everybody, but yeah. Yeah, like 4 plus Promise of Funeral God and stuff like that, yeah. One in one lifetime for some Crest farmers. Ain't that the truth? That was me. That was me. A long time ago, before auto looping and stuff came out, I was like, I'm not farming Crest, bro. I'm just not. I have a singular 4 plus I got on a random run, and I won't ever get a 4 plus again. But look at me now, man. Look at me now. We got a few 4 pluses now. Also, chat, I'm gonna go get some water. I need to get some water. Be right back. All right, I bet you. But yeah, like if auto looping never came out, chat, your boy would have never ever had as many 4 pluses as I have now. And to an even further extent, if auto AI never came out, I would not have as many 4 pluses as I do now. I like GS, but I don't like GS enough to sit there and play a Crest Palace over and over, or download an auto clicker or something to do that. Because I remember there were people that back in the day, the people who grinded for multiple 4 pluses on characters would use auto clickers to get their 4 pluses. Here's the thing though, and this is the question I always asked them, was just, so when do you stop it? Like, does it stop on its own when you get a 4 plus, or what happens? Yeah, you know what they said? You just look at it. You just watch it. It'll stop. I mean, you just gotta catch it in time and it'll stop. And I was like, yeah, y'all are crazy. Y'all are actually crazy. Y'all are gonna sit there and watch that thing run like infinitely until you get a 4. Like, nah, dude, y'all are wild. Actually wild. New fire background to clicker Crest, yeah. Can you flux a 4 plus? You can. Yeah. Any Crest can be fluxed. I was tempted to code something to farm Crest. See, like that, that'd be a bit different because there is like one of those advanced auto clickers where you can take screenshots and you can code it to an extent to stop or to keep going once you get a certain thing. So, for an example, I know this is like a thing in Bleach Brave Souls, but you could be where, oh, once you see like 4 plus or whatever, you know, stop. Don't keep going anymore. But it would be something. Yeah, you can't flux crossover crest, but any actual like crest from GS specifically can be like fluxed. But yeah, crossover quest can. I wish they made Garo better. I wish they made a lot of characters better, man. But yeah. Now you want OP to farm Crest Burst? Dude, I'm not farming that. I grind for 4 pluses. I'm not gonna grind for 5 pluses, man. That ain't me. That ain't me. I ain't built like that. If we ever get to a point where we can farm Nova Crest Palaces like in under 20 seconds, then I probably will do it. I probably will do it. If we can't get to that point though, I won't do it. If it's sub 2 minutes, I don't know, man. Like to me, it's kind of unworth it. Like it just, I feel like it'd be better if there was a pity system in it, or like an XP bar, or something like that, where you could get a crest burst before, but if you did a certain amount of runs, you got the burst and you would get a 5 plus. I think it would be so much better like that because the fact that you could just go on for hours on end and not get a 5 plus, but keep getting like level 3s, or worst case scenario, you get a 4 plus while trying to grind for a 5 plus, and it's like, well, I can't even make use of this, so I just wasted this 4 plus drop. It just sucks. I think it's a bad system. Like a minute 30 is not that bad, but whenever you consider the fact that if you, so I did the math recently. If you do Oldius or any like Crest Palace, right? And let's say you can get that Crest Palace down to about 5 seconds or less. If you get it down to about 5 seconds or less, the amount of time it takes you to load into the quest, do the quest, including the stage transitions, plus load out of the quest, and then go back into it within a single loop to count as one run, it takes about a minute, sometimes 45 seconds to a minute, maybe even more, which is just stupid. That takes so much time. If I clear the quest in 4 seconds, it would be incredible if like I actually get done with this within 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how fast my runs could be if I wasn't sitting there having to watch all the animations of like loading into a quest, loading out of it, quest start, final battle, all this other stuff popping up. It would be so much faster, man. It'd be so much faster. I guess like you want to pull a workout fit and Earth Nuke? Yeah. Also, I like this troll in the chat. Be happy with what you got. Yeah, you too, my brother. You too. Yeah. Crazy, man. Bro's sitting there talking about no life, but he's the one typing in somebody's chat over and over about it. He said it about 4 or 5 times. He wanted me to acknowledge it. What does that say about you? I timed you out so you can go actually have a life. You can DM me later and say thank you. I hope you find what you're looking for. Yeah, just going through the menus like 30 seconds. Yeah, I've been talking about this for so long with like a some way or somehow to be able to find like a happy middle ground or like a median to make it a bit quicker. I think it would be a good quality of life change. What was those 140 DMs you got, if not more? Wait, what are you talking about, Kazel? I do have a lot of DMs on Discord, but I have 70 right now. Yeah, I have 70. And the reason why I don't accept a lot of them is because it's mainly for security reasons. It's just I don't want to accept someone and then I don't know this person. I never talked to them a day in their like a day in my life, and they wound up sending me like some type of freaking crazy PDF or something like that, and then I like accidentally click on it and I'm cooked. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. So like somebody want to talk to me, I think it's a bit better if you like reached out on like Twitter and just added me or something, because I do get on Twitter occasionally and that's like the only time I see stuff. Like usually if I get notifications on Twitter, I try to like look and respond or like retweet and all that type of stuff, but just accept a friend IRL. Yeah, there were 140 sent directly to you. I'm not for sure. I'm trying to remember. I think it was just like it was something, but I don't remember the exact time that I had that many or what was going on for me to have that many. Exactly. Time's enjoyed. Time enjoyed is never wasted. Exactly, bro. You could play Farming Simulator for 8 hours a day. You could get off your 9 to 5. And what do they say, chat? They get off your 9 to 5 and you clock in for like your 5 to 10 or whatever, or your 6 to 10 or 6 to 12. If that's what you do every day and you find enjoyment in that, hey man, that's what you do. What's up, Salva? How you doing? I got shut down my J summons after coming back after 3 years. Well, hopefully Holy Knight Roy summons go better. Hopefully so, Prodigy. Hopefully so. Just should really improve multi, like add an option where you can also loop a certain stage. I've thought about that one too, but I think the reason why they don't do it because the server load would be a lot. Like for example, if you had like even let's say 50 people, well, 50 lobbies all running like 30 loops, right? I think that would be a lot on the server. Even though it technically already does that, plus like the connection and everything, I think there's too many factors to like kind of really, get it to do that. Because like another thing is that I think it could work, but it depends on what they do. Because if you guys ever played Destiny, you know, in Destiny you load into like, let's say the Strike playlist or the Crucible, right? Even though it does, like, you know, you may load into the Strike playlist with a group of your friends, you play a Strike and it pulls you all out of the Strike, but then you load right back into another one, right? So I think they could maybe get it to work, you know, something similar like that, to where as long as you're staying grouped and everyone is like reconnecting back to the lobby, then going back into it, it'll probably work. It depends on how much it would be on the server. Yeah, some collab crests are godly, man. Yeah, he has German on his. I don't remember what all of them translated to. There was someone in my Discord that is actually German, and they translated what all of them mean. LC's multiplayer is the worst. I don't think I ever played LC's multiplayer like that. Yeah, some can stack. Yeah, that is true. Still coping for the slime collab rerun. Not gonna lie, I don't know if we're gonna have that anytime soon, man. I think now with like the way how reruns work is if JP doesn't get it, then it's like the chance of it happening on global is pretty slim because that means global has to do the buffs and stuff. And I think after the reception on like Fairy Tale, they're a little bit nervous because they were like, damn, we got to actually make these buffs good. So when it comes to like, what you call it, One Punch Man, we can't flop. And it didn't. They actually did really good on One Punch Man. I was really happy with what I saw. And Saitama is insane. So I wish I could see how many of the 4-star heals I have. Or maybe I can. Maybe I can check something real quick. Maybe I can do this. And take off favorites. And then like there I can scroll down and see. Okay, so we have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you need 13 or 14 to max LB1. So I'll be doing this for a bit longer. Plus, I don't think we're even like halfway close to maxing out, or not maxing out, but getting LB stones. Which Xmas items are the best? The main one that you're looking for really is just Holy Knight Fenrir. Imagine a GS card game or a Smite like GS game, so like a MOBA. I think a card game would be cool, but I just don't see how they would kind of like do it or how they would go about it. Because I feel like every card game is kind of derived from either Magic the Gathering or like a Yu-Gi-Oh spinoff. What's the difference between Holy Knight Fenrir and Griamore? Yeah, I don't even know what Griamore does. Hold on, let me look that up. Oh, Griamore's a 5-star. Yeah, Griamore's just a heal. And it also buffs up all statuses, or it heals all status effects. It's a 5-star though, and it has a longer cooldown. Holy Knight Fenrir is a 4-star heal, so it's able to be used with a lot more characters. And on top of that as well, it's a lower CT. It's free. Grimoire is a gotcha heal item, if I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely worth it. If you guys don't have Holy Knight Fenrir, I highly recommend that you at least get like 2 to 3. And I say just 2 because more than likely you're gonna get one Keratos in your life span of playing GS. So then you have like 3 4 star cleanse items, which is perfect. You'll probably be able to use that in any stage that you ever need when it comes to like Summoner's Road or whatever. That's the main reason why you farm multiple of these now, is just for Summoner's Road. LB7 Ein, yes sir, man. Ein's what a character, bro. If he just had faster animations, he would be so goated. And mainly faster animations on his true art. I think his super art's kind of quick. Um, Reaper, unfortunately, no. There's no website or anything that has like AI sets for everything. But the best thing I can tell you is that if you need an AI set for like a certain Crest Palace or whatever, you can usually find them on YouTube from random people that just post their runs on there. Or you can always ask in like different Discord servers if you're in any of like the big GS Discords. I'm pretty sure someone would more than happily like post their AI set for you. So, but no, unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. Surprisingly, it's actually not. I was gonna look up something actually talking about Crest, because like the thing that sucks is it would be cool if like on here, because this is the Grand Summer's database. So if you click Shrine of Oblivion, it tells you like the gimmicks and stuff like that, but it doesn't tell you exactly like, you know, an AI set, right? I think it would be cool if like they just posted like, okay, you know, you set this, set that, and all that. It'd be sick, because I technically did that with, if you're doing Crest, I technically did that with um the Crest, how to nuke every Crest. Wait, was it, no, was that what the title was called? How to nuke most Crest in Grand Summoners, I think that's what it was called. But yeah, that video kind of has like some things. And one thing I will say is that after making that video, I have found even better stuff to make those runs a bit more consistent or just a bit more laxed. So it's wild. It's just like, it's a constant learning process, man. It's like you think you found the cheat code, you think you found like the best thing possible, and then someone out of nowhere is like, wait, I found this. And then you see it and you're like, what the heck? I never even thought about that. You go do it, and then that becomes the norm, and then someone else comes out of nowhere and is like, you know what, I actually found a better comp with this. And it's like, dude, what the heck? How are y'all finding all this? But I think that's the one fun part about like gacha games and stuff, is just like the different ways people tackle through content and like kind of come out on top when it comes to different teams and everything. That's one of the reasons why I don't like in-game fights where very specific units are required. I like it to be a bit more open-ended, to where there's multiple different teams that can tackle an event or like a challenge fight. And it's not just like one team wins. Like there could be just a team that is the most consistent, but there could be a lot of other teams that are not as consistent, but they can work. Or it's possible you find a random like rogue team that's even more consistent than the main meta team. So what were you saying, Kotaro? I have 400 crystals for War God Fantasy coming back, right? War God Finn will maybe come back for some type of anniversary or celebration. For right now, I don't think he's came back recently on JP. I could be wrong. Actually, no, wait. I think he did like a month or two ago. So it's possible on global that we get him again, like within the next several months, but I don't see him coming back within the next two. I doubt he'll come back within the next two, unless like for our anniversary, they rerun War God Finn as like part of the celebration. Which our anniversary is usually like around the beginning of the year. The reason why I say around and it's not like an exact month is because sometimes they change it and they're like, okay, we're going to start the celebration in like January, but I think our celebration is really supposed to be like March. I think. I always forget the month GS was released. Yeah, he always pops up sometimes. It's just a random time. Has he been back on global or not? I think he has, hasn't he? He was back recently on something, I feel like. That's right. That's right. He came with Star God. Yeah, a few months back he was on global, yeah. Oh yeah, chat. I don't know if we got any Corey Kenshin fans in here, but I actually bought his manga. I haven't read it yet. Um, I kind of want to wait on my physical copy to come in before I read it, but I read like the first 10 pages of it because they have like a little sample thing, and I was like, damn, this shit looks cool. And it seems really dope. But I'm hoping it's actually pretty good. I kind of fuck with the genre, like horror action. I kind of like that. He made a yeah, he did. It's actually like it has some sick art. I'll tell you that, like some actual freaking amazing art, like for the monsters and stuff. Like, here's the thing from one of the here. I'll show you like a panel. Like, this is from this is like one of the first panels you see, chat. If you look at the sample, this is actually available to everyone for free on like the website that they have. It's called the monster. I think Monsters We Make. But this is one of the panels, and I was like, God damn, what the fuck? But yeah, it looks wild, absolutely wild. Artist cooked. Yeah, I think there's two artists for his manga, but yeah, Corey the Goat. Yeah. I wouldn't really, it's kind of crazy because whenever I heard he was making a manga, I was a bit skeptical because the way how Corey kind of like pushes his content, I wouldn't expect him to kind of make a manga as dark and gory and kind of as much horror as he did. Because of course I haven't even finished it yet, but like I wouldn't really expect that. He plays horror games, so it makes sense to me. Well, yeah, there's definitely that, but I'm talking about more so just kind of how like he carries himself, you know, like nothing against like religious people or anything, but like usually people who are like extremely religious, and I don't want to say if he's like extremely religious, you know, it's definitely like his lifestyle. It's a whole thing about him, which is amazing, but usually they kind of steer away from like a lot of stuff like that. Like I grew up in a town that was very, very religious, chat. And I want to say to an extent where it was so religious that it was almost prejudice at times. With the way how if you like something, it was viewed negatively if it wasn't like positive, or if it was kind of weird, it was viewed very negatively and almost like you were kind of like didn't believe, you know, in God or something like that. And to put it simple, like for an example, growing up, I loved Devil May Cry. I thought Devil May Cry was one of the coolest games I've ever played. And a lot of people thought that I was just like atheist or something because I played that game. And I was like, what the heck? No. I think it's a cool game. You're a devil hunter. You're fighting demons. Like, what? And I'm just like, I don't like, they just thought it was weird. So, that was just like one of the things that like happened. And it kind of gave me a very negative light when it comes to a lot of people that are kind of religious, because I'm always like, oh, are they gonna be like that? Like when it comes to stuff, or just because a story, like it could be one of the best stories ever told. Berserk, for an example, right? One of the greatest stories ever written. And if it was like somebody from my hometown, they would read that book and think it is the most vile, most vulgar, the biggest piece of trash, and it should be burned with all, like everything should be burned about it, and the author should have never ever wrote that. And that would be like an actual thing that people would say and people would do, and it's kind of crazy. But I guess that's just what happens when you grow up in like a small town. Yeah, Dragon Ball was another one. So I actually did go to a for my last years of high school, I actually did go to more of a religious academy. And this academy was kind of like, it felt more like a college. It was called a homeschool, but really it was more like a college where you had classes on campus, but then you also had like classes that you could take at home too, and you would just go back and forth and everything. It felt pretty much like a college. And one of the things that they really pushed, of course, because it was a religious campus, was, you know, the whole Bible study and everything else. Well, the thing about this is that one of the things that I read about, and I remember this so clearly, was anything that talked about ki, like an inner energy within somebody, was like heresy. That is like freaking straight, like monotony, like type of devil shit. Like you don't want anything like that. So, and I remember that they said that if anybody talked to you about channeling like your inner energy, or like channeling like ki, or like whatever else, you know, it could be codenamed as, that you should stay as far away from that person as possible because they're trying to lead you astray. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you tell me whenever Ichigo feels spiritual pressure, I shouldn't be worried? Like, you know what I'm saying? When we feel Sukuna's presence and we say, what the fuck is happening in Shibuya, we shouldn't be worried. You know what I mean? Like, so it was crazy. It was wild. Yeah. How would you rate Jay from a scale of 1 to 10? I would say he's 8.5, possibly a 9. He does his job really well. I'm playing since the Overlord collab rerun and wanted to say thank you for your videos. I wouldn't know a lot of things without all your videos. For example, equipment at ArchGen. Hey, appreciate it, man. Glad you found the videos informative and helpful. I'm gonna get me a copy. I've always been a samurai. Yeah, definitely. I'm extremely excited for it too. Like I said, I read the first 10 pages. I was like, yep, this seems pretty freaking cool and kind of up my alley. So I bought it. $15 for the first volume. And the first volume is actually pretty long too. I think it's like 270 pages or something like that. It's a very long first volume. I just really hope that they kind of get enough funding to be able to see it to the end. Because I feel like this is very much of course, it's very much a passion project and stuff. And I'm gonna be very upset if like it gets like it's just so freaking good, and I'm like, okay, I got to see this at the end, and then we never get an ending because there just wasn't enough like you know support for it. I really hope it gets to the end. The vids theme, you plan on updating your new players guide or redoing it? I think when Grand Battle comes out, I might, but it just depends on how much, of a change Grand Battle kind of does to the game. Yeah, exactly, Bane. Yeah, exactly. They'll probably drop One Piece before that. Man. Why not do a banner of Inuyasha? I think Inuyasha would be pretty cool, but I just don't know if they would do that because there's nothing wrong with the series, but the author got in like so much hot water that like, yeah, I don't know. We'd have to see. Yu Yu Hakusho needs to be rerun. This has been talked about for years. The streets scream for Yu Yu Hakusho, man. Escanor banner, no other characters, only Escanor. What is this? Seven Deadly Sins? Dude, no, did you guys know Grand Cross made an idle RPG game? I didn't even know that until recently. A new tier list video about the drip look of characters would be wild. I might do it for the Ascended characters. I might. That might be an end of the year video. We might do that for the year of or next week for Christmas because I was thinking about videos to do next week because in reality I don't think we're gonna have like an update come out really for GS. So next week will probably be a bit slow, but it's not that bad because everybody's gonna be in and out for holidays and stuff. But I was thinking of doing more of like a Christmas kind of thing, which I think bringing back the drip tier list would be pretty cool for the Ascended units because we do have quite a few at this point. One Piece is a great anime. I read the manga. I read a bit of the manga. Well, I say I read the manga. I dabbled in the manga, chat. I read like the first 60 or 70 chapters of the manga. But then I went to read Tokyo Ghoul because I kind of wanted to read something that I could finish. I wouldn't be able to finish freaking One Punch Man, One Piece for a while. So I was like, I want to actually finish a story. You know what I mean? So I started reading Tokyo Ghoul, and that's great. It's actually insanely good. I'm really far in it right now. If you guys have read it, if you want to know the chapter I'm on, I just read the chapter where Amon and Akira become partners, and like Amon invites her out to like dinner and stuff, and she's like, no, I don't eat like after whatever, I'm still a lady and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I'm on that chapter if you guys have read it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying that, and I'm so glad this man Kaneki actually finally became the MC. For the longest, I thought this guy was the weakest man I've ever seen in my life. But finally, he became him. It took forever, but he finally had that moment. You talking about for One Piece? Yeah, One Piece does have a lot of episodes, but that's the thing, is that if you read it, the pacing is just substantially better. Like, substantially. You don't ever have, like, I feel like those moments that you do in the show where you're just like, I'm bored out of my freaking mind. Because so much is happening so quickly in the manga, and it works really well with the pacing in the manga. One Piece banner, Luffy and Whitebeard are nukers. I think a One Piece crossover would be cool though. For the manga to the anime, yeah. I'm starting to slowly become someone who does prefer manga over anime, just because it's really hard nowadays for me to sit down and watch something for like 30 minutes, or even like, some of these animes coming out are like hour long specials, ladies and gentlemen. Like every single episode is an hour long. Um, so it's really hard for me to sit down and watch that a lot of times, especially if I'm really busy. However, if I get like about a 30-minute break or something, or if I get like, there's 30 minutes of free time throughout the day, I'm like, you know what? I want to read something. So I can go, read Tokyo Ghoul, and I can read like 10, 15, 20 chapters within 30 minutes or something like that. So, and then I'm seeing like so much within that compared to if I was watching an episode, I'd only be able to get in like one episode. So I think it's definitely a bit better for me. Be psychotic and pause mid episode. Nah, dude, that's crazy. Pausing in the middle of an episode of an anime is wild. Dude, I hate getting ads on my anime. Like, I've been watching Bleach. Well, I will say I haven't watched Bleach since like the second or third episode of this current part we're in. And the main reason is because I've been getting so busy, and I'm like, finally I got to the point to where I'm just gonna binge it. I'm just gonna binge it once like the final episode for this part comes out, and then that's what I'll do. However, one thing I'm not looking forward to are the ads, because I watch it on Hulu. I don't pirate it or anything. I watch it on Hulu, and on Hulu, unless you pay for the extra package, which gives you ad free, you have to watch so many ads, chat. It's ridiculous. These episodes are like 24 minutes long, and the ads make them become 35, 40 minutes. It's ridiculous. They are outrageous. And the craziest part about it too, right, is that used to, it wasn't this bad. It was not this bad. Okay, there's 8. I think I have one in my box that I can claim too. But it used to not be this bad, because if it was like a Hulu original, if I'm not mistaken, if it was a Hulu original, or if it was like owned by like Hulu or something like that, those shows wouldn't have ads on them. Like, for an example, me and my girlfriend, we were sitting in the living room. We used to watch like Adventure Time and Chowder and all this other stuff, like during the morning whenever we would eat like breakfast, or whenever like we just didn't have anything to do, we would just have it playing in the background. The thing is that originally, whenever we first started watching it, it didn't have ads, and now it has ads. And I'm like, what the heck? Why are you putting ads on Chowder, bro? What? Ads on Chowder? It's crazy. Hulu is training you to being fine with pausing mid episode. Yeah, absolutely crazy. A 6-star Ifrit, take it or leave it. I think that would be sick. I've said that before. Yeah, I made a video recently talking about that. How I would love for an ascended boss characters. Yeah, definitely artificial. Yeah, that was a time to be alive, man. Watch 3 seconds of an ad, then you got the whole episode to yourself, man. That's the thing, is that I wouldn't mind watching these ads if all the ads was in the very beginning of the episode. The fact that I have to sit there and then constantly get taken out of this episode because I have to watch an ad. It like ruins everything, man, and it makes me so freaking mad every time. Like, bro, come on, man. And then I gotta wait like 4 minutes just to get back to the episode. And at that point, it's like almost all my hype has died down. It's like, bro, come on. I got Beta, Shadow, and Delta. Should I still aim for Alpha with free crystals or just save? I would save, personally. I would save. Is like Natsu's father? An Ascended Dragon would be sick too. I mean, you could do one of the boss dragons, like Vows and Death or somebody. I was about to say Malim isn't considered a dragon, right? In GS, but isn't she like a dragon lord or something? Or I know she's a demon lord, but I thought she was like of dragon descent. Imagine being the climax of the show, they're getting a Manscaped ad for real. Who should you roll for to pair with Jay since I got him first roll? The next character to really come out there to be really good with Jay should be Holy Knight Roy. So I would wait for Holy Knight Roy. Also, Shadow is pretty good too in like longer content because physical res down stuff. But yeah, I would say Holy Knight Roy. Holy Knight Roy is the main one. She's a Dragonoid. Oh, so she's half dragon. Okay, okay. No problem, Alex. What's up, Seb? How you doing? Yeah, Smithy, that's actually a pretty solid team, yeah. As long as you can get Holy Knight Roy into his super art, it's really good. His super art, his Phantom Bullet. I think his Phantom Bullet is the one that does the Fizz res down, which would be incredible. Wait, is this Phantom Bullet that does the physical res down? It is his Phantom Bullet. It is his Phantom Bullet. Yeah. Also gives you 200 arc H to the entire team, which is dumb. Because you could use Summer, Luvia, and Rin's True Art to get everybody the physical damage. Use the Super Art or the Phantom Bullet on Holy Knight Roy to get the physical res down. And then Miyu would have been stacking physical damage on the previous stages. Jay can use his damage res down. And then between everybody, you'll just insta-kill literally the boss as soon as you get there. Not to mention, Holy Knight Roy would be like your main damage dealer, even though he's reducing Fizz res, because he just hits really hard. Especially on a team like that, he's going to hit stupidly hard. Yeah, 45k out for Holy Knight Roy. Hey, man, I hope you get him. Still can't believe he has a Phantom Bullet. Yeah, some type of lore thing, you know. Type of lore stuff. You know how GSB. Yeah, ReZero doesn't have an ascended unit. When did Roy get a gun? For real. I don't even think he uses a gun. When if he does his Phantom Bullet, does he? I think it's just his sword. Does my brother load a does he load a bullet into his sword? Is that what he does? That's kind of cool if it is, but yeah, Fire Roy had guns. Yeah, you're right. Fire Roy did have a gun, but Holy Knight Roy never did. For Mono Water, yeah. He's the last character. He uses both because he has a Phantom Bullet. He hits the bullet with his sword like a baseball bat. Are you serious? Now you got me curious. Hold on. That's a run. Hold on a second. Did they? They never showed it in the Discord. I was looking to see if they showed it in the Discord chat, but they didn't. I thought they did. I can just look it up. I can just Google it or YouTube it. Holy night. Here it is. Here it is. This quality is terrible though, but I think it's ripped off of Twitter. How does he do it? Super art? Okay, that's the super art. And it's the Phantom Bullet, right? Okay, that's the Phantom Bullet. Is that a gun that he pulls out? It looks like he's just shooting from his sword. Or does he have a gun arm? It almost looked like he had a gun arm or something on his... Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was. I can't even tell. I cannot tell at all. So it's a gun sword, maybe? It looked like he kind of had like a gun arm too, because the way how he was holding it, but I'm not for sure. Yeah, it does look like a sword. I'm not 100% on it. I guess we'll have to wait and see when it comes out. Maybe we can see it a bit better in game. Do you know when Ascended Orbis might be coming back around? I skipped her, but got Jay, Shiro, and Hoka by accident. But got Jay, Shiro, and Hoka by accident. No, I have no clue when she'll be coming back. I don't think anytime like she'll probably come back eventually. She'll probably be featured on someone's banner. She'll be featured on. But chat real quick. I'm gonna check to see because I think I'm overstocked now. Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's do some limit breaking. Smasher Pass GS version. I've thought about doing that before, but I don't know, man. I feel like it would be something. Every time I do one of those like fun tier lists, I feel like there's people in the comment section that are always mad with who I decide. Because I remember when I made the waifu and husbando tier list, and people were really in the comment section just livid. Like absolutely livid. And I was like, dude, it's just a fun tier list, man. It's not serious by any means. It's been a long time since I got any good characters. The last one was written in Luvia around a year ago. That's tough, man. Hopefully you get Holy Knight Roy then. Of course, chat, I'm missing a singular freaking thing for Holy Knight Fenrir. Do I have the other ones? I don't know if I had. What is Rue Happy Doll? Is this a 4-star? It is. I don't know if it's that good. Is it? Is there like there's maybe a mission for it, possibly. Is there a mission in here for it? Or no? That is so small. That text is tiny. With only 2 oh, okay, okay. Clear with only 2 units to get that. All right. Exchange for blue jacket. Enhance garland in exchange for Yule staff. Winter Wonderland. Jingle bells. So it's just exchange for it. Is that it? Use exchange for each of the equips. You only need to enhance it. Oh no, it says enhance 10 times for that one, and then limit break the starlight. Yeah. So main thing is for the crystals, exchange one of each equip through the exchange shop, and then enhance the starlight, and then the same thing with the J stuff. Okay, that sounds pretty simple. Main thing, let me get that real quick though. That LB stone, appreciate it. And then, is there 2 LB stones or no? We'll get these. There are not 2 unit LBs. I think AEL must have enough to max out 2 support LB or support equips. No, I'm missing just that. Well, I guess I'll get the last Holy Knight I need right here. And then I'll grab one of these. And then one of these to... oh Lord, to get the mission clears for that. There we go. Dang, only 49, bruh. I'm so close, chat. Oh wait, actually, no. I'm gonna get another one, aren't I? We'll probably do a summon then, if I can get this last one real quick. I'm gonna do a summon on beta. Should you say for Holy Knight Roy's true weapon or get Delta's true weapon? You only have 30? Oof. I would get Delta's because Delta's is limited time. Holy Knight Roy's will always be there, so even if you can't get it on release, you can get it later on. But Delta's is going to go away once Shadow and Imminence crossover leaves, so... Did I just go past it, chat? Oh, am I on featured? Or not featured. Am I on favorites? I'm not. Oops. There they are. Star. I have to enhance this too. There it is. All right, let's see if we get lucky, chat. Let's see if we get lucky. That should be another crystal right there. Yeah. Oof, let's see if we get lucky, man. I believe. Beta, please. I'm home. Please. Oh no. Oh no. You hate to see it, chat. You hate to see it. 4-star. No 5-star animation. No rank. Oh, no lightning. No nothing. That's bare mins. I don't even want to skip it. I'm gonna skip it though. Oh my god, it's Roy. Oh dude, that was terrible. That was horrendous. Should have never done it. Should have never done it. Is that a sign? Maybe it is a sign. Maybe it is. We're getting really superstitious over here. It might be a sign. How much ALK is that now? 9K? Really want that to be a bit higher before Holy Knight Rory comes out. But chat, gamble your ALK stones on the crossover summon. Nah, dude, I'm good. That's safe for Holy Knight Rory. Hopefully we get something, but yeah. Chat, that's gonna be it for this one, man. Thank you all for hanging out. We had a great stream. Thanks for all the chatters, all the likes, all that type of stuff. Like I said, next week we probably won't be streaming, unfortunately, since it is Christmas week. So happy holidays to all my peeps in the chat. Hopefully you guys enjoy your time next week. If you don't celebrate it, hopefully you still enjoy your week and have a good time. What is it? But yeah, we'll be back the following week. So what is that, the last week of December? Or would that be like New Year's the next time we see each other? Oh yeah, it will actually be New Year's Day, more than likely, would be the day that we freaking stream again, which is crazy. So I'll see you guys next year, head ass. But yeah, so hopefully you guys all enjoy it. Hopefully you guys have a good time. Enjoy all the craziness and enjoy your New Year's. Be safe out there. That'll be the next time I see you guys, will be on the 1st. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you all, chat, so much. And new videos coming very soon. Love you guys. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.